All right, everybody, we're back once again. Talk about some of the trending articles in the crypto space. My name is John. Yeah, thanks to all those who have subscribed, who listen, who talk and comment on various different places that you can find this. I do enjoy interacting with all of you when I can. I know my work schedule keeps me away from my phone and the computer as much as I'd like, but such is life, you know. But hey, do appreciate it. As always, link down in the description that you can follow to read up on all of these articles, so that way you can do some digging for yourself. So yeah, hey, let's hop on in. So there's currently a token out there on Uniswap trading for about 100K. Nice. Old Robonomics. So the highly anticipated launch of Old Polkadot keeps popping up. Old Polkadot, its mainnet has seen many smaller crypto assets associated with the project explode. Both tokens of the distributed ledger technology powered robotics and Internet of Things project Robonomics have been among those to surge. The price of its utility token XRT has increased 10 times this past month. However, Robonomics' lifetime subscription token for Robonomics Web Service, RWS, has also posted massive gains. It's the first crypto token to trade for more than 100K. At one point, it tagged about 116K in recent weeks, so it's doing pretty darn good. Before you all go rushing out to buy it, though, do be aware, RWS's extreme price does owe to the fact that the token currently has 50 coins. That's it. There's just 50 of them. There's going to be a maximum supply of 100. So the first 50 were distributed via the XRT/RWS pairing on Uniswap. The remaining 50 have been reserved for academia and nonprofit organizations. So basically, once they launch this, you're gonna have essentially a lifetime subscription to Robonomics' web services. So we'll see how useful that becomes. This could be a very, very, very lucrative token if they take the world by storm. Each of these tokens guarantees one transaction per second between the Robonomics parachain and the token holder's Internet of Things device, or about 2.5 million transactions a month. So more than what the average human being will ever need, quite honestly, but that is a pretty enterprise level, business ready Internet of Things, blockchain subscription based thingy bob. I don't know. If it's got actual use cases, that's a pretty good thing to have. The Robonomics described the token as a pioneer special offer, noting that future token models will offer other types of RWS tokens with monthly and other types of limitations. So you can get one that's good for a month, good for a year, good for a week. It sounds like they're still trying to figure it out themselves. It's currently in its alpha. The token's beta release is scheduled for the fourth quarter of good old 2020. And it seemed to have retraced back. It went up about 900% the past month, but it's down about 20 to 25% from its all-time high. Still nothing to cough at, though. Absolutely not. Pretty interesting little token there. Going to be interesting to see what happens once Polkadot's mainnet goes live, and how that's going to interact with the current ecosystem. Polkadot is highly anticipated. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Never heard of him before a few weeks ago when everyone started talking about him. Still don't really care for the name or the logo, but personal preference. So what can you do? Alrighty, so hopping over, let's talk about Tron. So Justin Sun shared some data. Of course he did, because it looks good. On the strong growth of the DeFi sector on Tron via Twitter. The chart he posted showing the growth of Ethereum's and Tron's active addresses since the beginning of the year was originally posted by Mike McCarthy on Twitter, so he didn't just pull this out of his butt. He quoted it from some other guy. As McCarthy noted, the number of active addresses for Tron has increased about 4,452% since the beginning of the year, while Ethereum has only grown by 123%. So in comparison, that looks pretty nice. Sun also shared another statistic where Tron is ahead of Ethereum, at least according to the data from DApp Review. As he explained, the number of active users at Tron is 4 times higher, 170,000, than Ethereum's 40,000. However, pump the brakes a little bit. Tron has lost a considerable number of active users since August 24th. In less than 24 hours, the number of users on Tron dropped to almost the same level as Ethereum. Tron registering about 40k active users on August 26th. For those of you who can't see the chart, it is basically a straight line down. There's a little bit of a slant, but yeah, something tells me that a lot of these addresses were kind of created, pumped, faked a little bit to give Tron some crazy numbers. But once you stop actively engaging with them, or a program stops actively engaging with them, you get that crazy bit of drop off. But that being said, it dropped to about the level of Ethereum. Additionally, the data for Tron's DeFi platform JUST, JUST, he's not very creative, but a little narcissistic. So, it shows that the overall liquidity level for Just Swap reached a new all-time high. At the time of publication, total liquidity stands at about $9.4 million. In accordance with the growth in the sector registered by the Just Swap protocol, the collateralization of TRX token has seen a 20% increase in the past 24 hours, and the increase coincides with the launch of the new wrapped TRX token. This is being done to increase its functionality. There's also wrapped Bitcoin, which is used in Ethereum's DeFi system. So with wrapped Tron, it seems they're working on some extra stuff. However, we do have to remind everyone that Tron still constitutes a fraction of Ethereum. Ethereum's DeFi bank has a new total value of $7.4 billion. Dear Lord. Tron is sitting at about 10 million. So it's still pretty far behind. However, it is, I must admit, posting up some decent numbers. Good liquidity. The only thing that makes me chuckle is that you went from 170,000 users to 40,000 users in 2 days, which to me just screams bots, quite honestly. But either way, Tron's making some moves, and I'm interested to see where it goes. I do hold Tron. I put way too much money into Tron back in the day, and it is one of my worst positions that I didn't sell. So if I could just get back to even one day, maybe, that'd be nice. But yeah. So hey, let's hop on over to number 3. Cardano. Uh-oh. Cardano's getting into data oracles ahead of Goguen. Goguen is the upgrade that will add smart contract functionality to the emerging protocol. The first oracles are being built in partnership with Emergo, which is one of the 3 main companies in the Cardano ecosystem. There's Emergo, IOHK, Input Output Hong Kong, and the Cardano Foundation. But yeah, so Emergo is doing this with the conjunction of Ergo, or ERG. First 2 oracles are deployed on Ergo and provide price feeds for the 2 trading pairs ADA USD and ERG USD. So this new model introduces oracle pools which are capable of incentivizing good behavior. Ergo's core developer Alexander Chaporny, yeah, sure, why not, told Cointelegraph that the idea involves major players in the DeFi ecosystem donating funds to the oracle pools that they find useful. Then the data providers get compensated with funds from the pool. An interesting way to think about it. The model also envisions data providers staking funds as collateral. If a data provider feeds low-quality data, his stake can get slashed. So that kind of incentivizes you to do things well. Last thing you want is your stake to get slashed. Now, I will say this. Cardano has talked in the past about playing nice with other blockchains and Charles Hoskin has talked to Chainlink's founder, Sergey Narazov, before. My guess would be that this is one of the ways Cardano is going to be integrating smart contracts. Chainlink is the big boy in the space. I could see them integrating multiple oracles. So that way you, the user, can decide which works best with you and your project that you're developing on Cardano. And since you know all these different options play nice, you can choose what's best for you, best for your project, and go. So I could see them integrating Chainlink, integrating Band, integrating Harbinger, which we talked about, I think, yesterday or the day before. So it's going to be interesting to see how this develops and how things continue to go. But yeah, let's hop on over real quick and talk Neo. Just joined a Coinbase-led blockchain framework. So Coinbase-led Rosetta, which is an open source set of tools to help developers integrate other blockchains into their services, just got Neo. Oh boy, Rosetta, which launched on June 17th of this year, so not been around too long, is a standardization tool to make it easier for blockchains to talk to each other. I like the idea behind that. You standardize your stuff, and because you've done that, it makes it easier for people to talk, to get to each other, blockchains, and for everyone to play nice. Makes sense that you'd want to do that, especially in the age of cross-chain communication. It's theoretically easier for crypto companies to integrate a blockchain that adheres to Rosetta's framework, since they roughly know how such a blockchain would work. It's good for everyone. It's beneficial for the blockchain's developers who want to get their blockchain's coin listed on exchanges and integrated with other services. It's also beneficial for those integrating another blockchain, since they can improve their own products with new services. It's designed to streamline the process a little bit and make it easier. I will say, though, that you don't want to go too far down that road, because then you end up with every project looking the same. If you guys catch my meaning on that one, like if everyone conforms to the Rosetta model, then everyone starts to look like the Rosetta model. So it's a good thing to do, but I would caution people to be wary of something like that, creating a monolithic crypto environment. One of the things I do love about this space is the variety that you get in projects. So yeah. But Neo did all that. It was started in 2014. They focus on crypto trading, digital identity, and smart contracts, kind of like Ethereum. It is also one of the founding members of Poly Network, which is a blockchain interoperability platform. And it runs an interoperable DeFi platform, Flamingo. So Neo makes sense that they'd sign up for Rosetta. They seem to be pretty big on cooperating with other projects, and Rosetta seems like a new fun way to do that. Despite the Rosetta integration, I do gotta say Coinbase still has not listed Neo's coin on the exchange, as they require it to overcome several regulatory hurdles. This article does not go any farther in depth on what those things are, those regulations are that they have to meet. Neo has been around for quite some time. It's practically a great-grandfather in terms of the crypto space. I like it. I know it's down well below where it used to be. I know Neo was quite the hot commodity for a while. I'm interested to see if they're able to bounce back. But yeah, alrighty. Well, hey, let's hop on over here in a second and get on to the next thing. Alright, so a little update on Robinhood. It's a mobile trading app. It added 2 new chief compliance officers, Norm Ashkenas and Kelly Zigiadis. They both arrived with pretty substantial financial industry experience. Norm, oh man, he was at Fidelity for like 17 years, and he was the senior vice president and head of compliance and the chief communications officer for National Financial Services and Fidelity Distribution Company. So, yeesh. Kelly, however, will be the new CCO for Robinhood Securities, and she came from Wells Fargo. So, yeah, they are making some moves. Robinhood, you can trade stocks, you can trade cryptos, you can do quite a little bit of everything. They've had multiple rounds of investment funding that have massively raised the value of the company. First $8.6 million in July, and then to $11.2 billion earlier this month. Robinhood remains one of the biggest ways that younger people seem to be getting into crypto. I actually have a buddy who'll hit me up every now and then because he has definitely bit the trading bug on Robinhood, and that's actually where he's been buying his quote-unquote cryptos. So, yeah, it's a good gateway, and it's a good thing, and they're beefing up on their compliance people, which I can tell you from working in the casino industry for a number of years, you want a good compliance guy. They might be a pain in the butt, but they keep you from getting fired and arrested. So shout out to you, Greg. Kept me from getting fired by making sure I stayed on the straight and narrow. Cool. Hey, but another little fun article. The United States Department of Justice has filed a complaint to seize 280 cryptocurrency accounts operated by notorious North Korean hackers. They allegedly stole millions of dollars worth of crypto assets from 2 cryptocurrency exchanges and also sought the help of Chinese over-the-counter traders to launder their funds. So there's some big old baddies that are stealing our money. So in a civil forfeiture complaint, America's Apex House of Justice moved to disrupt the nexus between North Korean hackers and a Chinese money laundering network. This comes after the US DOJ slapped 2 Chinese nationals with charges for moving $100 million for North Korea in March this year. Dear Lord. The DOJ's complaint brought to the light how the hacks were carried out by the North Koreans. The first incident took place in July 2019, where they allegedly pilfered about $250,000 worth of alternative cryptocurrencies and tokens from an exchange. They stole everything, routed them through a bunch of different wallets, spit out Bitcoin and Tether, and all that fun stuff to conceal their path. And then September last year, hackers attacked the US-based company and obtained access to the firm's funds held in its cryptocurrency wallets, making away with that $2.5 million and laundered it through over 100 crypto accounts on another exchange. So these guys are pretty practiced and very effective. So quite a massive operation for the DOJ to be going after, and I'm pretty happy they're doing it. They're doing the hard work to keep our stuff safe. I know a lot of exchanges, well, not a lot, but more so than in previous years, have insurance and compensate users. So if you're going to be trading on any centralized exchanges or anything like that, I would suggest figuring out that type of thing, so that way if funds are seized, you do know that you will at least get something back. All right. Hey, to round things out, I actually have 2 articles on very, very different topics. First is a bit of a somber note, and it's about Hal Finley. The next is a bit of a fun little thing, but I didn't want to take time and talk about an early pioneer in the crypto space. It's been 6 years since Hal passed away. He is known as an early supporter of Bitcoin, and he was one of the first people to respond to Satoshi Nakamoto's initial post on the cypherpunk mailing list. Yeah, that's right. He was around that long ago. In Bitcoin's earliest days, he was the only one who fully understood the possibilities for the technology without being overly skeptical about it. Cryptographer Adam Black spoke on him for a little bit. He had some email exchanges with Finney over the years, including a request for Back to comment on our proof of work. Although they never met in person, Black remembers Finney fondly. I consider him to be a constructive personality, more interested in building things than arguing about politics. While building things with cypherpunk intent, he would just focus on the constructive part of the conversations. I don't think I ever saw him participate in online arguments on the list. apparently, Finley was actually the first person outside of Satoshi to start mining Bitcoin, and he was also the recipient of the first transaction. He passed away in 2014 from ALS, and his body was actually cryopreserved, so we could get a revived Finney here in, I don't know, 20, 30 years when they figure out everything. Like I said, bit of a somber note, old Hal Finney. Just wanted to, take a moment to remember someone who definitely contributed heavily to the early Bitcoin's development, and he is a large reason why all of us are here today. I mean, not everyone can claim to be the first person to receive a Bitcoin transaction, and that's pretty cool. So, moment over. Let's get on to sex. So earlier today, the domain sex.crypto sold for 230 Ethereum, about 90K. The domain extension .crypto is generated by Unstoppable Domains and is censorship resistant. I believe Coinbase Pro and Gemini will custody those. The transaction, which occurred on OpenSea's token marketplace, was completed by a user named Max Stealth. Currently, he owns actually about 196 .crypto domains in total. This individual, or possibly it's a group of people, appears to be an Ethereum whale. Ethereum addresses from which the payment was sent has received over 10,000 Ethereum. Currently, the account only has about 2 Ethereum left. So the buyer most likely believes in the future of decentralized domains and is betting big on price appreciation. Sex.com is worth about $12 million according to some estimates. They are definitely gearing up for what they feel will end up being a crypto revolution. Get that sweet, sweet crypto porn when it becomes a big thing. I'm sorry, I just gotta laugh. It makes sense what he's doing. Honestly, once this gets big, that's probably going to be a multi-million-dollar domain name. I'm not... Oh my god. I gotta laugh. But, yeah, it's probably going to make that dude or those people a crap ton of money. But, hey, so that does it for some of the trending articles today in one tribute. So, taking a look at top 10 coins by market cap. Oh, everything is in the green right now, with the exception of Binance Coin, and it's just about flat. Bitcoin's up 1.6%, Ethereum's up 2.8%, XRP's up 3.3%, Chainlink's up 4.2%, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Bitcoin SV, all up in the 1 to 3% range. Crypto.com coins up 2%, Binance Coin is down 0.2%, but pretty flat. EOS took the number 11 spot back from Cardano, which continues to slink lower down the totem pole. Don't know why. Neo, we just talked about them. Look at them, number 18. Aave just creeping up. Top 25 token. Good for them. Good for them. But yeah, that will do it for today. If you've made it to this point for my interesting podcast / YouTube video / hobby that I enjoy doing, thank you. Please subscribe if you haven't already. You get to hear me talk to you almost daily. That being said, I do appreciate all those who have. It really goes a long way, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something constructive with my life. So, links down in the description. Please check them out. That way you can learn more about the articles we talked about, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. This is John, signing off.